There's an announcement about the Saturday thing. If you want to I'll do that. Or if you have any other fantastic. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was a really cool piece. Good morning. Wow, there are people in the sanctuary. I am so thrilled to have everyone here. My name is Dan, and I'll be the service leader today. Welcome to Unity of Bloomington. At Unity, we practice spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. We are a center of spiritual growth, and we provide inspiration and tools and practices that support people on their path of spiritual growth. We extend a special welcome to those of you who are joining us online today, as well as all of our members here in the sanctuary. If you would like to find out more about us or to receive additional information, our newsletter, we invite you to visit our website, which is unityofbloomington.org. All run together, Unity of Bloomington. You can also subscribe to our newsletter while you're visiting our website. So let's get this thing going today. Please join us in standing and combining our voices in joyful song.
I am a powerful, creative, spiritual being. I am a powerful, creative, spiritual being. I can create anything I want this life. I can create anything I want this life. The universe is on my side, and I am loved. The universe is on my side, and I am loved. You are a powerful, creative, spiritual being. You are a powerful, creative, spiritual being. You can create anything you want this life. You can create anything you want this life. The universe is on your side, and we are loved. The universe is on your side, and you are loved. We are powerful, creative, spiritual beings. We are powerful, creative, spiritual beings. We can create anything we want this life. We can create anything we want this life. The universe is on our side, and we are loved. The universe is on our side, and we are loved. We are loved. We are loved. We are loved. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. The peace of God, the joy of God, serenity, harmony, rhythm of God. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. The might of God, success of God, prosperity, happiness, might of God. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am.
Let me
You
see.
may be seated, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, wait.
Well, no,
You may not
please
be
join me. Ginger, you're getting ahead of me.
I know, it's our first Sunday back, and I'm just so excited.
So I know. So please stay standing and join me in affirming our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. This power expresses life, love, wisdom, and abundance through me. In it, I live and move and have my being. Now you can be seated. And if you're online, you can do whatever you want. One way we are empowered through abundant and meaningful living is by practicing and living our 5 basic principles. And I'll state the principle and invite you to respond with the affirmation. So God is absolute good, everywhere present.
God is.
We have a spark of divinity within us, the Christ Spirit within. Our very essence is of God, and therefore we are also inherently good.
I am.
We create our experience of life by the activity of our thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought.
I create.
Prayer is creative thinking that heightens the connection with God-mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, wholeness, prosperity, and everything good.
I pray.
Through thought, words, and action, we live in the truth we know. I live. Thank you. Reverend Lynn, I think you're on now, and I am inviting Reverend Lynette Carlson up for our moment with the children.
Hi, kids. If we have any children with us, they're watching from home. So, but we're all God's children. So I'm just delighted, as Dan and Ginger are, to have people here besides those of us who are on the production crew. So thank you and welcome. And I want us to give a hand to Zara Pelfrey, who's back from the hospital with us here in person this week. Yay! Welcome. Zara continued to produce our children's message and activities even while she was sick this week. She's a trooper. She said it gave her something to do besides wonder how to turn the television on. And we cooperated on the activity for this week, which was, the theme for this week is, I make good, healthy choices. That's an affirmation. But it occurred to me that when I was a child, I didn't always know what the good, healthy choice was. So we suggested an interview that the kids could do with others in their household, perhaps those who are more experienced in making good, healthy choices. So I thought we would do some of that here this morning. And I want you to think about it in the context of your spiritual health and growth, as well as what you're going to tell your doctor or your nutritionist or your personal trainer, all people who also encourage our healthy choices. If you raise your hand, I'll bring the mic to you, and I want you to answer the question, what healthy choice most effectively feeds your soul? How about that? I'll give you a minute to think. What healthy choice that you make, what healthy choice do you make that feeds your soul? Okay, we're playing Stump the Congregation. Oh, here, Phyllis has got one.
I've been really concentrating on I'm eating healthy, more healthily, and losing weight. And I've lost 35 pounds in the last 4 months or so, 4 or 5 months. And basically it's because I've cut out sugar more than anything else. Sugar has affected not only my health, but also my depression and other stuff too. So sugar is a big no-no.
But in saying no to sugar, you're saying yes to... I was going to say life, feeling good. Good. Oh, here. I see that hand. John.
I think listening to my body, listening to the people around me, listening to nature, and just being quiet and still enough to listen.
Spoken like a true introvert. Okay, here's Jack.
I think trying to introduce a little physical activity in your life. And we're all different ages and different capabilities, but the least little bit helps. Whatever you can do, I enjoy walking, and walking when I can't get outside, walking on the treadmill. But I think that least little bit of a physical activity opens up your spirit, opens up your mind, and it's excellent for you.
Okay, wait. I want to know first how many thousand steps you're doing currently.
Well, less than I was, but fortunately last night I did like 21,000.
Yeah, just a few.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and we all change our habits as we grow older. And I think what helps me to stay on track is to smile more. And just when I'm smiling, I'm noticing that God is in everyone. And I think that's really something that really helps, but it's nothing that, if you do it more often, you'll notice.
Mine is spending time in nature. I'd call it a forest bath. Yesterday I was taking one, and there happened to be a little boy that I didn't know about. Actually, he told me how old he was, 11 years old. And he spoke to me first, and he said, "Isn't it peaceful looking at the river?" And I thought it was so beautiful. Okay.
Okay, so we have listening and looking, forest bathing, I call it. Evidently, that's a Japanese term and tradition, so it's lovely, though. Okay, this is one of our newer people, Dee.
I think what I've been doing more of is spending consistent time building my meditation practice. So by being much more consistent about it, of course, not every day is spectacular, but for the most part, getting at least 15 to 20 minutes every single day consistently has really helped everything.
Great, and one of the words we chose to represent what we're doing this month is cultivating health. And cultivating a meditation practice is certainly a healthy choice. I do make good, healthy choices, and kids, I hope this gives you some ideas, and we affirm your good, healthy choices.
I have two things I want to say. Well, I'll
You've
just
got
do
it,
right.
Mark.
One of the things that I have been for healthy choice is actually reducing my consumption of news and the stress and the kind of negativity and the anger that kind of builds up. So I've limited that a lot. And then the other thing is joyful play. I have a lot of young friends, and I do play tennis and things like that with them, but it's the social activity, spontaneous lunches or dinners with friends, and that has really added to kind of my mental health, and it's so nice that we're able to get together a little more now. So that's been a wonderful addition for me. Thank you, Reverend Lynn. That was awesome.
Thank you. And now let's sing, because that's what we always like to do.
Yes.
Let your spirit shine, 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 let your spirit shine, 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 let your spirit shine, 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 children of the world, let your spirit shine, children of the world, let your spirit shine, children of the world, let
So, March 2022, the theme is health. And this year's Unity's annual theme is Embrace Your Unlimited Good. And our focus this month, the month of March, is health. You are a child of God, made in the image and likeness of the divine, so you do not inherit sickness. The concept of practical Christianity and the Unity movement were both grounded in Myrtle Fillmore's healing experience. She came to believe and practice the truth that health is the normal condition of humans of all creation. She taught that there is an omnipresent principle of health pervading all things living, all living things. Charles Fillmore wrote, "Health, real health, is from within and does not have to be manufactured in the without. Health is the very essence of being. It is as universal and enduring as God." Health as the normal condition is a new idea for some people. The view that sickness and weakness are inevitable changes as a person begins to grasp the fact that health is essentially a divine idea. All divine ideas are normal, in the truest sense of the word. Sickness is an abnormality in the sense that it is a departure from the perfect pattern of life and order, the components of good health. The whole direction of metaphysical thinking is creative. It does not fight or combat. It creates and sustains. This is not to criticize the medical model, which focuses on physical challenges. This is needed as long as there are accidents, diseases, or malfunctions to be cured. But more importantly, metaphysical thinking creates and maintains the living patterns of stabilized good health. So we take this opportunity to focus on health and wholeness as our divine inheritance and resolve to get healthy as an act of faith. So please join me in saying this month's affirmation together. I embrace and cultivate my health. I'd like to highlight a couple of announcements. We have a new adult group for March, Grief and Movement. It's a talk and walk experience. And you'll be joining Ginger Curry in a 6-week opportunity to process and release feelings surrounding grief. We will gather at Unity on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for discussion, meditation, and a nature walk. Please contact Ginger at 812-606-4397 or her email, gingercurry@gmail.com. And if you're interested in participating, come one time or attend all 6 sessions. It's totally up to you. Anything else you wanted to mention?
There's 5 weeks left.
5 weeks left, okay.
We started yesterday.
All right. So, it's now time for the daily word. And the word for today is healing. And today our affirmation is, I celebrate wellness as my healing is revealed. So from the daily word, healing, the realization of wholeness, is a natural process. I do not need to control or coerce my healing, but I do need to cooperate with the divine pattern of wholeness within me. As I do, restorative energy flows through my entire being. I aid my healing with positive thoughts and expectations, and with peaceful interludes, communing with God in prayer. I regularly give thanks for the infinite intelligence informing my body and mind. I also assist my healing by caring for my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. I eat well and engage in uplifting conversations. My prayers and affirmations of faith, along with my commitment to healthy living, help me know my wholeness. And from Isaiah 58, verse 8, then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up quickly. Amen. So let's join together in speaking our affirmation aloud. Together, I celebrate wellness as my healing is revealed. And now repeat it to yourself silently. I celebrate wellness as my healing is revealed. Today, our speaker is spiritual ministry co-coordinator, Reverend Lynette Carlson, and musical inspiration will be provided by the Unity Music Team.
Isn't that beautiful? I'm always surprised that 4 people can create that much sound and harmony. It's like the
because Phyllis is carrying.
Ah, yes. It's like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir right here in the Unity Chapel. Thank you. That song is actually in our hymnal. And one of our goals for this month is to learn more of the health-related songs that are in our hymnal, because we don't know all of them. So I thought, what better time to learn them than in our health month? Get healthy, that's what we're about this month. And that sounds like a slogan to promote a new weight loss pill or a self-help book or maybe the newest fitness craze like Zumba was. Get healthy. It immediately makes me think about what does that have to do with our spiritual growth? Because that's what we come here to promote and encourage and share. But because it's unity, you don't have to look very far, because it really is woven into the fabric of the unity movement. Charles Fillmore's belief about health and spirituality are found in the Revealing Word, among other writings. And he asserts that the metaphysical meaning of health is a state of being, sound or whole in mind and body. Oneness with the Christ mind assures health, perfect health. Health is the normal condition, as you heard Dan say. The normal condition of humanity, a true condition, true to the truth of our being. Health is from within and does not have to be manufactured from the without. It is the very essence of being universal and enduring. Health is the truth of our being, and it's one of the foundational principles and practices of unity teaching. In a little article that she wrote about this, Myrtle Fillmore titled it, "How I Found Health." Health had eluded her for about the first 40 years of her life, in part because there was some kind of intergenerational health challenge going on in her family, and her parents had raised her to believe that she was delicate and fragile and probably never going to be very robust or healthy, but they'd help her in her invalid state. And she saw lots of doctors, and this was in the late 1800s when the practice of medicine, I mean, they were still practicing back then. They hadn't really, they didn't have it figured out yet. She heard a speaker once say that she was a child of God and did not inherit sickness. And it's like the light bulb of possibility came on for her. And she thought, what if I've been bamboozled all these years? What if I bought the invalid label that had been slapped on me, but it's not mine? Because she had believed the words that had told her, no, don't expect much from your health. Her body manifested them as if they were true. But in her spiritual study, Myrtle recognized that ill health was not, in fact, the truth of her being. So she made a change. She figured after 40 years of being told and then telling herself that her body wasn't strong, it was time to change the channel. Although they didn't have channels yet back then, so she probably didn't think of it that way, but that's the way I think of it. She started telling her body that it was created by God to be strong, efficient, robust, and full of health. And you know, it occurred to me as I was rereading the information about Myrtle's coming to this realization that it wasn't unlike the practice that Reverend Karen Williams and her partner Wendy talked about last month. The Hawaiian prayer called Ho'oponopono. It's a spiritual practice that a Hawaiian physician used to heal the inmates at a hospital for the criminally insane. That's pretty dramatic. As he read each individual's chart, the doctor prayed these 4 things. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. When Myrtle made the decision to use her mind's intelligence to retrain her body, she writes, "It flashed upon me that I might talk to the life in every part of my body and have it do just what I wanted. I began to teach my body and got marvelous results. I told the life in my liver that it was not torpid or inert, but full of vigor and energy. I told the life in my stomach that it was not weak or inefficient, but energetic, strong, and intelligent. I told the life in my abdomen that it was no longer infested with ignorant ideas of disease, put there by myself and by doctors, but that it was all alive with the sweet, pure, wholesome energy of God. I told my limbs that they were active and strong. I told my eyes that they did not see of themselves, but they expressed the sight of spirit, and they were drawing on an unlimited source. I told them that they were young eyes, clear, bright eyes, because the light of God shone through them. I told my heart that the pure love of Jesus Christ flowed in and through its beatings, and that all the world felt its joyous pulsation. You can hear the joy in the words that she chose to speak to herself. She went on to say, I went to all the life centers in my body and spoke words of truth to them, words of strength and power. I asked their forgiveness, and this is where it reminded me of Ho'oponopono. I asked their forgiveness for the foolish, ignorant course that I had pursued in the past, when I had condemned them and called them weak, inefficient, and diseased. I did not become discouraged at their being slow to wake up, but kept right on, both silently and aloud, declaring words of truth, until the organs responded. And neither did I forget to tell them that they were free, unlimited spirit. I told them that they were no longer in bondage to the carnal mind. I told them that they were not corruptible flesh, but centers of life and energy omnipresent. You know, many people underestimate the power of their thoughts because they're unaware, or at least skeptical, that what they think really matters. But Myrtle and Charles Fillmore both came to believe and demonstrated this power, but they didn't claim it as their own. The Fillmores recognized that the power of God-mind expressing through them was the source of health. And they taught countless others that that same power was available to them, and they had access to and were capable of using this resource for their own benefit. So they didn't go on the circuit as healers and collect offerings to support an opulent lifestyle because they had found health. Instead, they work for the rest of their lives, and folks still work today to give it away, to share the truth that health is a natural gift from God, and that we can encourage and support it by what we do with our thinking. One of the Fillmore's partners in ministry was James Dillett Freeman. Known as the Poet Laureate of Unity, he also wrote articles for Unity publications. And one of those is titled The 4 Causes of Health. And that's the article from which I drew the title for today's message. James Dillett Freeman talks about the ancient Greek understanding that everything, which includes health, has 4 causes: the material, the efficient, the formal, and the final. If you saw the preview in this week's newsletter, you saw that this system of 4 causes applied to a house. Well, I broke it down even further because this was a new concept for me, and realized that the 4 causes answer 4 questions. The material cause asks, what is this made out of? Good, healthy decisions is one of the answers. The efficient cause asks, what or who produced or put the materials together? How were they efficiently assembled? The formal cause asks about the essence and the form, formal, I hadn't made that connection, of what we are creating. How do I know what good, healthy choices are? How do I know what health for me looks like? And as I form that in my mind, my body can express it. And the final cause asks, why? Why did someone cause this to be? What is its purpose? What good is it? James Dillett wrote that in regard to health, the material and efficient causes are the field of medical science. But for formal and final causes, we have to look to the mind and the soul. This is the field with which unity deals. Unity deals with the mind and soul, with consciousness and thinking. Eliminate the formal and final causes of sickness, and sickness dissolves. Build in the formal and final causes of health, and health is brought forth. So he asks, what are the formal and final causes of sickness and health? Well, the formal cause of sickness is a belief in it. People get sick because they think sickness, accept the possibility of sickness, carry around the form of sickness, as it were, in their minds. He talks about keeping the expectation of sickness in a pocket in our minds, always ready to whip it out if somebody else shows symptoms or, if we hear it's going around. So in some ways, we're blueprinting illness by our expectations. So unity gives us tools to erase those negative blueprints, tools called denials. Deny the possibility of sickness, we say. Make statements like, I do not believe in colds, weakness, inefficiency, or negativeness of any kind. Or, I deny disease as devoid of any reality and affirm health as spiritual and abiding. Because all of us are carrying around so many blueprints of sickness, health takes working at. For Myrtle Fillmore, the formal cause of her health and healing was changing her mind. She embraced a belief in inherent wholeness, and in the process gave up her belief in the sickliness that she had been told was her inheritance for decades. Freeman said, like her, we must keep the form, the shape, the vision of health before us if we would bring health forth. We must feel life surging through our thoughts, flowing through our veins. We must, as Myrtle wrote, actually talk to the cells of our body and tell them how healthy they are. And we must do this not occasionally, but all the time. The formal cause is how we form our health. And what about the final cause? The final cause, Aristotle taught, is the end purpose. That for the sake of which, the reason why something exists. He says that if we get sick for a reason. We may not know the reason, but the reason is there. And if we are well for a reason. We are well because health is serving the purposes of our soul. We are well because the deep springs of our nature are pouring forth life and health. Sickness and health are a response to life. When we feel faith and love, when we feel victorious and productive, our body is healthy. When we feel frustrated, filled with uncertainty about ourself and our life, unloved, unworthy, or inadequate, we may react with sickness. I say may, Freeman writes, because we may also react in many other ways. It's not determined. We have a choice. Freeman concludes his article with these words. Whatever the final cause of sickness may be, the final cause of health is certain. The final cause of health is God. The final cause of health is our oneness with God. God made us in God's image and after God's likeness, and God is perfect. So the deepest urges, the deepest drives that a person has are toward health. We seek to bring forth health because we're made in the image of perfection. The causes of health are physical, but the causes of health are also the mind and the soul. The cause of health is faith. The cause of health is God. Affirm your faith in God, and health will come forth in you. Now, this message comes to you this morning with a caution. I am keenly aware that we are just a week away from the second anniversary of COVID being declared a global pandemic. I do not believe that people who became ill did so because they did not think or believe rightly or strongly enough. People all over the world sickened, and far too many of them died, and they'd never even heard of COVID. They didn't know what this was. They did not consciously or unconsciously activate the formative cause of their illness. As powerful as our thoughts and intelligence are, rooted as they are in divine wisdom and omnipotence, we also live in the inexorable mystery of life. We don't know why Charles and Myrtle were so successful in effecting their healing, but their youngest son, Royal, died in his 30s of diabetes, arteriosclerosis, and hypertension. A responsible, conscientious metaphysician never blames anyone for not being healthy. We do the best we can with what we have and practice to the best of our ability and trust the ultimate outcome to source. So as you think about the unity stance toward health and ill health, keep in mind that right up until his soul left his body, Charles believed that he was going to live forever. So we don't have it all figured out. But what we do know is that the way we think of our health and our bodies and our overall wellness does matter. And we probably have more control over much of that than we realize. So, if you, like Charles, hope to never pass out of your body, I wish you well. And I'll be there if it doesn't work out for you. But keep in mind that health is a God-given gift that we can cultivate, that we can work at and improve, and we're not victims of every germ and pathogen that crosses our paths. So I hope that this month with me you will perhaps follow some of the good healthy choices that you heard mentioned that are at the top of your list already. And we will together get healthy. And now our music team is going to help us prepare for meditation.
I am
Get comfortable in your seat and relax. Settle in. Feel supported as you give your whole weight to whatever you're resting upon. Shrug your shoulders and lift your head as you relax the little muscles in your face. Take a deep belly breath and feel the cool air as it enters your nose and mouth. And as you exhale, feel your belly pull in and your chest empty. Continue to breathe deep and even. And remember that you are a spiritual being in a human body. Feel your body. Be completely in your body at this point in time. Wiggle your toes. Flex the muscles in your legs. Notice your torso as you breathe in and out. Flex your arms and the muscles in your neck and move your fingers just a little. And move up your neck to relax your jaw and let the furrows in your brow become smooth. With your next breath, notice that you are more than skin and muscle. All your organs are working to support your life in this precious home we call our body. As you pay attention to your physical being, notice, is there any part of you that needs your attention? If you have an ache or a pain, an injury or an organ that you're aware is not functioning at peak performance, focus on it now. With your next inhale, breathe in the light of divine life and direct it to that one place that needs your attention right now. As you breathe light into that ache or injury or organ, speak to it in your mind with these words. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Continue to breathe light and whisper these words as we rest now for just a few moments in the silence. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude
we turn now to the spiritual practice of generosity. We are grateful for the many ways the center supports us in our spiritual growth, and we in turn are happy to support this center with our financial contributions and our voluntary service. We are also grateful for those who have already put into place automatic weekly, monthly, and quarterly giving. Thank you. Today, if you feel led to give and are joining us online, visit our website at unityofbloomington.org and click the giving link. We also welcome your gifts to the Unity of Bloomington at our physical address of 4001 South Rogers Street, Bloomington, Indiana, 47401. Please don't mail cash, but we promise we'll cash your check. As our today, if you have an offering to bring, a love offering, please put it in the bowl in the back. And please join me now in speaking our abundance affirmation together. I am an abundant being living in an abundant universe. God is the source of my supply. I am not dependent on people or situations for my good. God is the source of my supply. I always have something to give, and I consistently give it. I expect the best. I give my best, and I now attract the best in every experience. And now we bless our abundance with these words. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I would like you to invite you to stand and join me in our saying our closing prayer. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth.
everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, have a wonderful day and then have a wonderful week.